Hey guys, welcome to this week's recap of a new Netflix series, Jewish Matchmaking. And I'm going to be recapping episode 1, Date 'em Till You Hate 'em. I am so excited to be covering this show because, I like Indian matchmaking. So, of course, when Netflix came out with a trailer of Jewish matchmaking, I'm like, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to cover this. I don't care who watches, but y'all going to get into this new series. So the episode begins with our matchmaker, and our matchmaker is Eliza Ben Shalom. And she explains soulmates and that they are made in heaven. Now, when we come into this world, we have options, which was a beautiful message that she gave to us as viewers, because we always think like soulmate, meaning only one partner, and you have to seek out this whole planet for this one person. Whereas Aliza, she explains it that we have options, darling. We have options. We just have to find and become a match. And of course, getting married under the huppah, that person becomes your soulmate. Okay, I thought that was beautiful, and that was a great way to open up the episode into this culture. Okay, so she is here to help people. Aliza, she is a matchmaker and a dating coach, y'all. She is 2-in-1, okay? So she strictly works in the Jewish community, and she has helped over 200 couples get to the huppah, okay? Very clear. She said get to the huppah. I don't know if they pass and successfully went after the huppah, but they get to the huppah, okay? They get into an engagement for marriage. Let's go. Okay, so we start our adventure in, of course, Miami. So Aliza, she is visiting Danny, who's in Miami. And from what I get from Danny, Danny has so much energy, y'all. She is ready to find her partner. So her expectations is that she wants to be married by 30, and that is max. She says 30 and that's it. She quits, okay? So she is actually new to Miami. She's been in the city for about 6 to 8 months. And, she has found a great community here in Miami. But she's originally from Los Angeles, in a big city. And her dad, she gave a story about how her dad moved her family when she was 11 years old to the country. And that's such a big change. Can you imagine going from a big city to a country town living? Like, come on. That's interesting, especially given that she is so extra. Like, she is super bubbly. I feel like she's like her personality is quite big for the farm. Definitely, for sure, from what I grasped so far. So now, focusing on her dating, our girl is having a hard. Can you believe that our girl is having a hard time with these guys? They either love her or hate her. Well, not hate her. They just not, want to proceed in a relationship that's moving towards marriage, because she feels like she should have been picked up by now. And I love the confidence, honestly. And interesting enough, she says that if they do love her, they don't love her enough. And when she said that, I get her completely. She wants the obsession, y'all. So Danny, I can tell already, she's going to be super interesting. I'm very happy that she's our first person in this series. So I'm so excited. So Aliza, she's in Danny's home, and she gets into Danny's background. So her family, Danny's family, is they are South African Jews, okay? They celebrate the high holidays. They keep Shabbat. At first, she said her family keeps kosher, but she doesn't keep kosher. She fell in love with cheeseburgers, and I don't blame her. That's super hard, but I respect it. So now the real information we want to know is what she values in a partner, what's her criteria, what's on her list, okay? I want to know what's on her list. That's the best part of these matchmaking shows, okay? So she wants someone who is family oriented, be obsessed with her. Of course, that was going to be on the list. Ugh, that was so predictable. And, she is laughing at Aliza, and Aliza is laughing too. But Danny is serious. Like, girl, I see you right through you. You are so serious. But I don't blame her. So she adds to her list that she is to be treated like a queen, that she is. And I love it. She's our confident girl. What a way to start off this show. So this is interesting. She wants someone, the interesting thing she did also add was that she wants someone with strong eyebrows. I feel like that is so neurotic. Like, that's such a specific detail. She wants a man with strong eyebrows, okay? Because she's an eyebrow queen and her eyebrows are strong too. So she is like, when we have these babies, I want my babies to have all the odds in their favor, okay? And I'm like, okay, Danny, that's something new. I never heard of that before. So Alisa, she already has in mind, actually, and I was shocked because this is quick. Because if I compared this to Indian matchmaking, the matchmaker didn't have the matches yet. We learned it after the fact, after the day, after she done her research. But Alisa, she is ready to say, I have someone in mind for you, Danny. And of course, his name is David. David, Danny, David. That sounds like a good match already. So David, she tells a little bit about him. David, he lives in Miami. He's 31 and he started the Miami Sephardic Club, okay? And, already Danny, she's picking apart David already. She's like, Ashkenazi and Sephardi, really? But, Aliza, she clarifies and she says that, it's a background, but it can work, it can happen. And I'm like, okay. I'm still learning because I'm new to this, so I'm trying to grasp all this information. But apparently the Ashkenazi and Sephardi, they're like, can you see those two groups being together as a couple? How does that work? Their culture will there be culture clashes? But I'm here to learn. I want to see. And so she shows Danny a photo of him, and his eyebrows look great. I thought his eyebrows look great, so I was waiting to see what Danny thought, and she is attracted to him, and she makes it be clear. So they decide to plan out a date and for them to meet. So I'm excited that we already are moving forward in the dating process, in this matchmaking process. So in this show, it goes into how matchmaking has been a part of Jewish tradition, and it's a community coming together with support, faith-based or not, okay? Alisa says you don't gotta believe, but this is how it works. And I'm like, okay. So we are now in Los Angeles with Ori. Ori is gonna be a problem. Ori's gonna be a problem. I already know is he the bad boy? Is he the bad boy of the season? So Ori says that there is a large Jewish community in LA, but he feels like he knows everyone already. He's been there, done that. So I like how honest he is, because he knows he's picky. And I already know Alisa is gonna have to move mountains to find the perfect match for him. Man, when a man knows he's picky, y'all, oh my God. But this will be interesting for us to watch as viewers for sure. So his mom is in the event planning business, specifically for weddings. So of course she wants her son to get married, to plan, his wedding, of course. So that's like his kind of pressure. You could tell he's a mama's boy. He loves his mom. So he lives with his parents and he thinks that's embarrassing. But, I feel like it's very fortunate to have and be with family. So I think kudos to him that he has such a connection with his family that they, they can be together under one roof. And the mom is like, there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room, so there's no need for complaints or to say, oh, it's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, please, okay? So our guy, Ori, has done all the apps. Okay, he's done it all. And he has concluded that the algorithm just does not like him. So here comes Alisa for a visit to save the day for him. So we get to know what Ori wants. And Ori wants a spiritual person. Someone not too kosher. Loves pork, because he loves pork. He wants someone who's Jewish and Israeli. They must live in the LA. And the show was already being so shady. LA, and they said LA with parents? Question mark. must be family oriented. Mom has a preference. Mom wants someone Moroccan, but he doesn't care. He doesn't need her to be Moroccan. But what he wants is blonde and blue eyes. And he says that, to be Jewish, it's rare to be blonde and blue eyes, but I'm sure they're out there. So good luck, Aliza. So Aliza, she has a philosophy. Aliza's philosophy is that, and she told him too, you date them till you hate them, which is, of course, the title of this episode. And what that means is that, and this is a good advice to Ori, is that you keep on dating until it's an absolute firm no. Okay, you have to put in your effort, you have to do your part. So this is going to be maybe an obstacle for Ori because, as he says, he is picky. So I think it would be so easy for him to say, maybe not this person, and move on to the next. So we'll see. So next we have Harmony. And I just thought her name was so pretty. Her name is pretty. I never met Harmony before. So Harmony, she is looking for her passionate unicorn, okay? She is 44. She is our unicorn queen. She was raised in a non-traditional Jewish household, which is interesting because her father came from an Orthodox background. So he wanted his daughter to have a chance to have a choice, which is beautiful. So she got into Judaism actually when she got older. And Aliza, she is ready to help. She's ready to help our girl Harmony, our unicorn queen. So Harmony, oh my God, Harmony is just full of energy. Harmony, she wants a person to celebrate the high holidays. Someone who has Jewish values and traditions. And, Harmony, she has a sense of pressure, which was I felt so sad at this part because she feels a sense of pressure to get on and get married because she wants her family to be a part of the wedding. Her grandma is 100 years old and she does not imagine having a wedding without her being there. And her father, he has Parkinson's disease, which caused him to be immobile. So she imagines, of course, walking down the aisle with her father, having the dance. So she feels like this is like her opportunity to do the damn thing, and have her whole family be included. And I'm rooting for her. So Aliza, she is reassuring and comforting. She's super nice with our girl Harmony. Now back to focusing on what she wants in a partner. She wants someone who's younger. She says that, she's open to going older, but her older is 8 years older, and that's it. She doesn't really sound open to dating older. Honestly, she prefers and she wants to date younger. And I want her to be clear with her preferences because then, she won't go on a date with someone who for her is the absolute no. When she knows how she wants. She's 44. She knows what she wants. So she also tells Aliza that she wants to have a child. And guys, we can all read Aliza's face. Aliza does not hold back, but she's polite. And she says sensitive question, and she asks, it's a sensitive question, but it's a wise question. She keeps it real with Harmony. She asks Harmony if she preserved her fertility. And our girl Harmony, she quick to say, no, she hasn't. And I'm like, oof, this is going to be hard. Because we know how fertility works, okay? It's a clock. It's on a clock. But Harmony, she said that she had a fertility check. And it's all good and working. So all good and fine. It's good and working. It could get a baby done, okay? So that's perfect. Amazing. So we are rooting for Harmony. So Harmony, she wants an adoring cheerleader teammate, passionate in bed, spontaneous traveler who likes Bali. And Aliza again gives her a reality check, which I like that Aliza keeps it real. She is like, she's a mother she said she has 6 or 8 kids. She said whatever amount of kids she had a lot of kids, okay? And she said that is not practical. What about the child? What the child gonna do in Bali? And Harmony is like, I'm gonna bring the child to Bali, and Aliza, you got a lot of work to do with this one, okay? Oh la 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 la. So now back to Danny, and she's on a date with David. So we have Danny and David, David and Danny. Doesn't that sound like a match? That sounds like a match to me. So they're at a restaurant, and the first thing she asks is like, how does he feel about splitting? And my first thought was like, what, splitting checks? Is that the conversation? And I'm like, huh? But she meant, and she clarified, she meant, oh, splitting food. And I was like, okay, that's okay. Now I get it. What would you guys think? Do you guys mind splitting food on the first date? I don't know. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if that's for me. Huh. It would really depend. I like, you know what I like? I like a table full of food, okay? We eat what we can eat. And, no splitting. I don't think I could split a steak. I don't know how big is this steak. I didn't really get to see it, but to split a steak, I don't know, guys. I don't think that's for me. But let me know if that's for you, what you guys think about that in the comments below. So he is on board, and I'm like, okay, David, he rides with it. He goes with the floor. He is actually considerate because he asked her what she wants and also if she wants to drink. And I'm like, okay. And then when the waiter came, he was assertive. He's like, oh, I'll order a Cabernet Sauvignon. Well, he said cab, but he ordered a Cabernet Sauvignon. And I'm like, okay, sir, look at you ordering for the table. And she is like in love with his eyes. His eyes are beautiful and his eyebrows are approved. So she opens up about like what she does, and our girl is a boss. She owns her own company, which is a social media marketing for restaurants. And then he talks about what he does, and he on the show is, you see that what he does for a job is a CPA, but he really emphasized and talk about his Sephardic club that he has started. So he goes to synagogue every other morning, or pretty much in the morning time he likes to go. And he asked her what's her religious level, and she is completely opposite of him, but she do celebrate the high holidays. So is this gonna be a difficulty? I don't know. It really depends, because I can imagine if they share the lifestyle together, I would think that he would probably want her to come to the synagogue with him too as well. But she doesn't seem like, I don't know, she's interested in making that change. So, I don't know. So, David, on this date, he makes a mistake. And I don't know how he could make this mistake. How do you do that? How do you pour yourself a drink and not pour the ladies' drink? First of all, to cheers to a first date, or to, celebrate. Make eye contact, share the enjoy the taste of wine together. And she said it was bothering her. No, she said it didn't bother her too much because she looked at it sideways. But girl, it was bothering me. It was bothering me. I didn't know that would have been a red flag, but that would have been a red flag for me. I couldn't think someone would have done that. Maybe he was nervous. I'm pretty sure when he looks back on this episode, he won't make that mistake again. I feel like maybe he'll kick. Probably, people can make mistakes. I don't think she should be so hard. She's not hard about it to him, because she ends up pouring her own glass of wine. But she says that, she could make some adjustments, fix him in that situation, because she does value proper table manners. So, David, that was a no. And I don't think, maybe he was nervous. I think he was nervous. That is so hilarious. So they continue talking, and what they both realize is that they both like water sports. They are both mermaids. They love the water. So this is a great setup for them to set up a second date. And David, he takes that clue, he takes that bait and he established a second date. He said, we're going jet skiing. And pretty much they exchange contact information, phone number, Instagram. That's the new way of doing things, y'all. So we'll see how this proceed. I think for sure they're gonna go on a second date. So we'll see him on a second date to see how it goes. Hopefully a little bit better than the first date. But if I were to rate this date, I would think I think it was fine. I think it was an 8. I think it could have been higher given these small little details. But overall, I think that date went pretty good. It wasn't a bad date, and she was attracted to him, he was attracted to her, so I felt like it went fine. So I thought that was getting to the end of the episode, but we are lucky to see Ori waiting for his first date. And I'm just nervous for him. I was just nervous for him because he's picky. He knows he's picky. And he's already dated everybody in LA. I mean, he's been there, done that. He went through the apps. The apps had told him no match, okay? So I'm nervous but rooting for Ori. So we get to see his date walk up to the restaurant. And guys, she is gorgeous. And her name is Addie. I hope I'm saying her name right. But she is just stunning. She has the eyebrows, the hair, the look. I'm like, what is Ori gonna say to this? I feel like Aliza, she hit this home run. And now I'm just waiting to see what remarks Ori's gonna give it. So I am so excited to see the next episode. I'm gonna upload each recap slowly, trickling with all my other recaps that I'm doing on this page. So if you guys like this recap, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Overall, Netflix, I think you got another hit. I'm glued. The trailer was really good, so I look forward to seeing the other clients all the other clients that are a part of Aliza's matchmaking. I can't wait to see it. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate every one of you, and it's definitely encouraging to see the interest in a particular show. So don't forget to share as much kindness as possible, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.